share a dream together around the world, with a voice from every country, a face from every land. We'll celebrate the future hand in hand. We'll celebrate the future hand in hand.
The future is coming. We gotta catch it if we can. The magic's unfolding, and you can hold it in your hand. We can touch tomorrow today to make some memories that'll never fade away.
Put your head on the future. Share a dream together around the world,
With a voice from every country and a face from every land.
we'll celebrate the future hand in hand. Join the celebration. It's an invitation. Feel the inspiration. Our dream we all share. From the very start of it, you can be a part of it. At the very heart of it, everyone from everywhere. Put your head on the future. Share a dream together around the world, with a voice from every country and a face from every land. We'll celebrate the future hand in hand. We'll celebrate the future hand in hand. We'll celebrate the future hand in
There's really no secret about our approach. We keep moving forward, opening up new doors, doing new things, because we're curious. And curiosity keeps leading us down new paths. We're always exploring and experimenting. We call it ImagineEars.
Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the ImagineEars Disney podcast. I am your host, Matt, and I am joined, as always, by my good friend and co-host, Susie. Susie, how are you?
I'm good. How are you? Hold on. We haven't had a show since last year.
I haven't seen you since last year.
Is that true? Yeah, actually, yeah. I saw you
Very true.
on Christmas.
Christmas Day, actually.
Yeah. Yeah, saw you at
There was
church.
the exchanging of gifts.
Mhm.
Oh,
That's nice.
and Susie's is hanging up there. Ours is not hanging up. We will be using it for maybe a cooking class.
Mm,
Mhm.
that's fun.
Yeah.
That will be fun, actually. I'm excited for you guys. But yeah, we haven't had a show in a while, and I mean, we'll get to it. Got a lot to talk about, but
Yeah,
I
first
can't
show
believe
of the
it's
first show of the new year.
January 2023.
Man, what a day it was.
this is iconic. I feel like this kind of news has happened at just the right time for content for tonight. And then the last time there was major Disney news was also iconically timed because we had our 200th episode. The last time there was big Disney news with the exchanging of the bobs. So I don't know. Lot of things happening the last few weeks here.
We're hitting the lottery on the breaking news days.
I know.
Just conveniently the same day, pretty much.
Yeah. basically.
So
And also convenient that this episode will follow our Festivus episode, the dichotomy of a Disney fan.
yep, we complain about things and eventually they change them. So no, this is great. It's been a big day. And hello to everyone watching. Jonathan Joseph, one of our clients. Kevin, also one of our clients. Good to see you guys in the chat tonight. And Kevin says, huge day for news. Was really hoping there would be an episode for this. Well, wish granted. Here we are. There was no way we were not talking about this tonight. So, and we're kind of rolling in kind of the past week as well. It's been a big week for the Disney company, especially in the travel space. So for Disneyland, Disney World. We're travel agents, of course, with Travelmation. Now, we can say it now because it's past January 1st.
That's true. Do it.
I'm so excited.
Do it.
Ladies and gentlemen, as we roll into the 11th year of Travelmation, I've been with Travelmation. This will be my 7th year in May. But after 11 years, Travelmation has reached the distinction of diamond. So Travelmation is a diamond authorized vacation planner with Disney. It is the highest distinction that a travel agency can reach with the Disney destination space. So it just means we book a lot of Disney. And Disney, we go hand in hand, and it's a great partnership. And we just love being able to book vacations to Disney World, Disneyland, Alani, Disney Cruise Line, Adventures by Disney. And we're up to like 1,200 agents now, almost 1,200 agents. And they've all just worked very, very hard so that Travelmation could reach this distinction. So we are one of just a handful of agencies in the entire world with that distinction. So it's a pretty big deal. So we'll be celebrating that here in a couple of weeks at our annual Travelmation retreat down at Walt Disney World. Staying a few nights at the Contemporary. Got a private event in Pandora, so it's just going to be a good time. So never a better time to book a travel package, whether it's Disney or not, with Travelmation, one of our Travelmation agents. So if you're looking to travel, contact Susie or myself, and we would be happy to get you taken care of no matter where you want to go. You know what? Oh, let's see here. Jonathan Joseph says, might need your help with Alani for 2024. You won't regret that, buddy. Oh, yeah. Woo. Yes. So,
Love it.
we can help you with all your travel plans. And also, we've seen a lot of growth within the agency itself. I'm just plugging Travelmation here just for a second. We've seen a lot of growth over especially the past couple of years. I think at the end of 2020, so obviously we know that 2020 was just not a great year. I think we had a little over 400 agents. And so here at the end of 2022, as we're rolling into 2023 and we're knocking at the door of 1,200, I think that just goes to show you what type of organization this is. So again, it's an exciting time, both for Travelmation and for the travel industry in general. So if you're looking to be a travel agent, maybe you wanted to do something on the side, I'd be happy to have a conversation with you about that as well. So
love it. And we actually have a client right now. One of our listeners, Kimberly, is at Disney as we speak. She is there this week. And then Rachel is traveling next week. So love it. Love helping our listeners out.
Lots of travel on the horizon for sure for a lot of our clients. So we just love walking alongside you, making those plans and just seeing them through, making those dining reservations at 6 a.m.
Oh, I have something to do tomorrow. I gotta text a client tonight. They were having a family conversation about where they wanted to eat for their trip in March.
Decisions.
Hmm.
So, all right. Well, that's enough of that. Oh, but that kind of does segue into part of the big news this past week.
Hmm.
So, lots of offers were released with Disney World. So, just want to briefly highlight those. So, really, there were kind of four big offers that were released. So, the first one applies to Florida residents. So, those
Yes.
Florida resident weekday magic tickets are back. Now, the they have changed it a little bit. They have eliminated Saturday and Sundays from those tickets, but they are still good for the weekdays at a very reasonable price. You do have some blockout dates, so the tickets are good starting today, actually, January 10th through July 10th. No, I'm sorry, April 27th. I'm looking at the quarter three room offer. Whoops. All right, so today, January 1st through April the 27th, weekdays only. You do have some blockout dates. Blockout dates are March 13th through the 17th, so a big spring break week.
Hmm.
And then April 3rd through 7th, also kind of a big travel week. And then the 10th through the 14th, so Easter week and all that stuff. So for Florida residents, you can get the 2-day ticket for $175 plus tax, the 3-day ticket for $195 plus tax, and then the 4-day ticket for $215 plus tax. So, pretty good rates there,
Yeah.
especially when you consider so that 4-day you get it for a little over $50 a day. So yeah, all right. So that is offer number one. In conjunction with that, there is a quarter three room offer for Florida residents. So if you are looking to travel between May 1st and July 10th, there are up to 30% that you can save at select Disney resorts. Then pass holders, kind of the same deal. May 1st through July 10th, you can save up to 30% on select rooms at select resorts.
Hmm.
And then there's a general quarter three room offer as well. Those dates are slightly different. So this offer is good for March 1st through March 31st, and then April 10th through July 10th. So it's an expanded offer, and this is a general offer to the general public outside of your regular pass holder and Florida resident discounts. And you can save up to 25% on rooms and up to 20% in March specifically. So even in that heavy travel season in March with all the spring breaks that are taking place with schools, you can still save up to 20% when you are booking at select resorts.
Hmm.
Obviously, these are going to be very limited. So, yeah, lots of savings there. Now, the big one that was announced, this one has a little bit more detail. It is the Disney Dining promo card offer.
Yeah. This
No, this
one's.
is not the Disney Dining Plan. The Disney Dining Plan is not back.
Yeah, I remember last week. So I was on TikTok as one does, and every travel agent, like it was trending. Like it was everyone was teasing things out. People started saying things they weren't supposed to, and everyone was assuming the dining plan is back. It's not, but this is still really good. This is still big news. This is still like the first major
Yes.
dining change, really, with the exception of restaurants opening back.
Yep, absolutely. So here are kind of the big details on this. This offer is good for arrivals starting June 25th through June 30th, July 1st through July 10th, July 11th through July 31st, and August 1st through September 14th. So that is the tail end of the dates for that. And this is the general offer. You can get up to $750 in a dining card on a 5-night, 4-day ticketed stay this summer. So, minimum of 4 nights required to book this. So, get to the other details. Direct from Disney. The Disney Dining promo card is a great way for your clients to stay, play, and dine this summer. With purchase of a 5-night, 4-day Walt Disney Travel Company non-discounted room and ticket package, that is very,
Yes, that's a
very important.
big qualifier.
Non-discounted room and ticket package at select Walt Disney World resorts. Guests can get up to $750 Disney Dining promo card that can be used to purchase food and beverage items at select participating locations at Walt Disney World Resort. We gave you the booking windows there.
Mm-hmm.
Now, let's see here. For arrivals, July 1st through July 10th and August 1st through September 14th, value resorts get $50 per night. That is
Mm-hmm.
not per person, that is per room. Okay. Moderate resorts and the cabins at Fort Wilderness get $100 per night. Deluxe resorts get $150 per night. And then for arrivals June 25th through June 30th and July 11th through the 31st, value resorts get $35 per night. Moderates get $75, and deluxe and villas get $125. So this caps, this is also important, this
Mm-hmm.
caps at $750. That's as high as you
Right.
can go.
That is
So,
not across the not and like you kept saying, different nights, different date ranges for different resorts. Don't hear that 750 and think you automatically uh qualify. That is an up to
right.
qualifier there. There's a lot of different limitations. So again, between everything you just said with this, same thing with the resorts and everything, my turn to plug using a travel agent. This is a lot of detail. This is
A
a
lot of,
lot of complications, a lot of this, but not this, but only sometimes this, but this one might be better. And if you just don't want to deal with any of that, work with a travel agent for no cost, or if we book something, just in general, when you work with an agent and packages like this come out and you qualify for a better rate, we're going to do everything in our power to get you that better discounted room, to get you dining cards when this kind of stuff happens automatically. That's just what we do, keeping up with this kind of information. So you're not researching it and having to call and wait hours on the phone. Because we are certified diamond, we're able to call and be your agent and advocate for you and get that stuff done. So again, don't hear 750 and think that that's just across the board, because
right.
there's a lot
This
of
is fine.
fine
There's
print.
stipulation. And,
Yes.
it doesn't work for everyone. So, I mean, obviously, I think if you were like a couple coming and you were staying at a deluxe resort, that may be worth considering. That's
Mhm.
a pretty significant thing. But if you're a family of 5, well,
Yeah.
that $100 a day or whatever isn't maybe going to go as far, because there are obviously more mouths to feed.
Well,
You
and
might
also,
you might benefit more from the actual resort discount
exactly.
than the dining discount. So
Math.
math is
Math is
important.
hard.
Well, anyway,
Okay.
so
So that's a lot.
so so that was last week. That was big news.
Yeah.
Um,
Are we
so
are we
then,
to this week?
yes, fast forward to
Yesterday.
this week.
I feel like yesterday it started.
That's when it started. They had the Tron kind of teaser with
Okay.
the high scores.
Did you figure it out? Were you right? Did you
I was
decipher it?
wrong, actually.
Oh.
I understand what they did because they actually did reveal like the puzzle, like what it was.
Mm-hmm.
But they actually had like a date that the numbers matched, and it was going to be like later in April. But it does turn out to be April the 4th. So the clue had clue in it. CLU, which is from Tron. So if you took
Oh my
the
gosh.
the first numerical month value in C, and then the second numerical value in L, and then the third numerical value in U, it turned out to be 4/4/2023.
I want
So
to look at
that
it again because I looked at it and immediately said, no.
So, ladies and gentlemen, the important thing to take from this is Jonathan Joseph, today is the day of correction. Yes. Yes, it is. April 4th is the opening date for Tron Light Cycle in Magic Kingdom. It has been 84 years.
It literally has been like 5 years.
It really
Don't
has.
think I don't think that's an exaggeration at this
Again, we've
point.
said it before. It has taken longer to build this one attraction than it did to build the entirety of Magic Kingdom. So
Yeah, to build an attraction that has been built somewhere else before, whereas Magic
right.
Kingdom was, for the most part, still different than Disneyland. But with this, we're transitioning into a part of our show where I love having this episode right after the Festivus episode, because for everyone who's like, you're complaining, you're being negative, this is why you say things. Not that Disney listens to our show, but you should give feedback at every available opportunity. We're about to have some amazing news tonight that literally went off of some of the exact complaints we had last week. Disney is listening to you guys. It's important to say things on social media, on the surveys they give back. Now, granted, Tron was going to happen at some point anyway, but oh my gosh, this is so exciting. And I think we need to talk about some stuff with Tron, because this is interesting. Disney will be mandatory or requiring you to use lockers for your stuff. This
Yes,
is a very different ride experience that we have anywhere else on property.
this is true. So mandatory lockers. So your cell phones, your GoPros. You're not going to be able to like record on ride video
Mm-mm.
of this for all you vloggers and stuff out there. So at least for the foreseeable future. So there is going to be a locker system where you will have to put your personal items in there before you ride the attraction.
Mhm.
I don't know if that means that they're going to have the metal detectors like Universal has. I guess we'll have
Oh,
to
to
just kind of
verify? Yeah, we'll see.
wait and see. But yeah,
I would
so
think so. And the reason they're doing this is because part of the ride goes over a walkway. So
correct.
for safety, I would think Disney's going to go all out, because this is the only attraction that requires that. So I would think there'd be
You don't
metal
go upside
detectors,
down.
and
You do not
thank
go
goodness.
upside down in this ride. I think this will be a Susie friendly ride. This is
It
like
does
the
go
peak,
fast.
this is peak Susie thrill. The Susie meter.
You know what? Yeah, I think so. I think, listen, I can handle Guardians. I can probably handle Tron. I do close my eyes
If you can handle
sometimes.
Hagrid's, I think you'll be fine on this.
That's a
So
good point. But yeah, 4-4.
4/4 for Tron.
Are
Long
we
overdue.
getting a pass holder preview?
They're saying that we are. So that's the
Right.
rumor. There's going to be pass holder previews, potentially some DBC previews, and of course the cast member previews as well.
All right, I need to turn my notifications on through my email.
Kevin asked, "Do you know where the lockers are?" I keep seeing conflicting information about that. I'm going to say that it is somewhere in the show building. I don't know.
Solid insight. I don't know. I hadn't thought or heard about any of that until just like 2 or 3 days ago. So I don't know.
We do not know where the ride lockers are. I'm sure that'll become public knowledge once people start going through it. So, and they are people testing it. So
Yeah. And I'd be curious to see what their locker system, with Disney having not done this before at Disney World compared to like Universal's locker process will be.
I really like the ride locker process for Velocicoaster. I think that is like the most efficient one. But
Is that where I hold all of your stuff while you go ride?
no,
Okay.
not quite, but kind of. Anyway, all right. So Tron, April 4th. Did you make your park reservation?
No.
Check.
What is April 4th anyway?
April 4th is a Tuesday.
It sure is. It sure is.
So make
All
those
right.
park reservations.
Speaking of park reservations.
Well, let's talk about the other show stuff. Then we'll get into like the really big stuff.
I saw a transition.
And I said the really big stuff. I mean,
I think it's really big
to me.
stuff.
All right.
Yeah, never saw this coming. Yeah, we'll do the other thing.
April 3rd, Happily Ever After is coming back. So that is when it will make its re-debut. Is that the word I'm looking for?
It's yeah.
Premiere.
Grand return.
Grand return. There you go. Grand return.
Triumphant return.
Yes.
Because we were all excited. By enchantment. Don't let the door hit you on the way out. Don't let the turnstile hit you on the way out.
Yeah. Jordan Fisher was pretty excited about it on Twitter. So Happily Ever After coming back April 3rd. And then the next day, Tron. So I posed the question on Twitter.
Crazy weekend.
Like if I am there for Happily Ever After, I have made my park reservations for both days. If I watch Happily Ever After and then go hide in a bush in Tomorrowland, maybe next to the Speedway, and just kind of hide there until morning. So I could be there, one of the first people for Tron. Although I'm sure they're going to be
virtual queues
all over the place for Tron. Again, once we know what's going on with that, we'll let you know. But that's likely what they are doing.
Yeah.
So it's worked in the past. But
yeah, I like it. I think it's a good system.
Hoping to get in that pass holder preview, though. That's going to be the easiest way.
Yeah, I think that's...
I feel like if I can get in for the pass holder preview, the pressure will be off to actually be there on the opening day.
I agree with that. I've done the last 2 pass holder previews, and it definitely makes you not as stressed in the future when it's chaotic with queues and such. Yeah, there's another nighttime.
Oh,
thing.
Yes. Yeah, this one's pretty big too. So
Yeah.
We are saying farewell to Harmonious. Again, this is kind of a surprise.
This one hurts a little. I was really feeling that show.
Harmonious had started to grow on me. I'd become quite fond of that show, actually. Say what you will about the Stargate and the tacos, the taco barges. But yeah, Harmonious is going, and they spent a lot of money on that show.
I don't understand this. I have 2 thoughts. One, for some reason, that was always the plan, which I don't think so. Or 2, is it to kind of cover up the fact that because they're also changing the Magic Kingdom nighttime show, they really wanted to make it look like this was always the plan, that this was just for the 50th, so it doesn't look like they knew that they messed up with Enchantment and we get Harmonious sacrificed?
I don't
Change
think
one, you have to change them both?
I don't think this was supposed to be the plan. I could be completely wrong.
I don't think it was supposed to be the plan either. I think that's why, because Enchantment is leaving, they were like, well, shoot, we need to make it look like, both of these shows were just supposed to be for the 50th celebration, because Harmonious actually had staying power, whereas Epcot Forever feels like a transition show.
Well, and
Because now what?
it kind of is. So Epcot Forever was the transition show into Harmonious, and now it's coming back again as a transition show into whatever they are doing for the 100th anniversary. So, we'll see. But
Mhm.
buried in the announcement of Epcot Forever coming back was that there was going to be a phased removal of the fireworks barges. So, my question is this: are the fireworks barges separate from the taco barges? We'll call them. Like,
Hmm.
are they removing everything? Are they
Mhm.
removing the ring, or is the ring still going to be part of the show? Are the tacos
ring.
still going to be part of the show? Are they just replacing the fireworks barges because this is going to be more of a drone featured show?
Maybe.
Mhm. That's the rumor. Drones.
Yeah, who just
Lots of
said that in
drones.
the comments? Oh, Jonathan. Yeah. Heard rumors of a drone show at Epcot coming.
Yep.
Oh, hi,
Yep.
Patrick. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know.
So,
We'll see.
so if it's drone featured, you probably can't really shoot off fireworks, but it's probably still visual. You would
Mhm.
need the visual elements of that show. So maybe the tacos stay because those are just giant screens that would
Mhm.
add to the
Can
visual
be
element.
anything.
It
Yeah.
could be anything. They could program anything to go on those.
Mhm.
So that is my question, because Disney usually is very specific when they are giving details about upcoming things, and they said fireworks barges. And I think the fireworks barges are separate from the screen barges.
Mhm.
Time will tell.
Yeah. Yeah. We'll see. I would have just thought they would do like a modified Harmonious for the 100th. It's just for the, of the company, but it's I don't know. It's weird. This one's a little confusing to me, but yes, that's happening here shortly as well.
Yep. So that'll do it for the show element of the announcements. So just when we thought that things couldn't get better today, old Josh.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, a message from Josh tomorrow. Got a little email from him. Josh, is the chairman of the Disney parks, and when there's an email from him, it's park related. It's park centric. So lots of announcements in his email for Disneyland and Disney World. So I'm just going to briefly touch these directly from
Mhm.
the email, just so that I can keep all of my thoughts together. So we'll start at Disneyland. So here are things that are going to be happening either immediately or in the very near future for both Disneyland and Disney World. At Disneyland Resort, significantly increasing the number of days, nearly 2 months worth over the year, that they'll be offering their lowest 1-day, 1-park ticket at $104. So you have almost 2 months worth of dates that you can select to go to Disneyland and go enjoy a 1-park pass. It's not a park hopper, for
Mhm.
$104 plus tax. So
Really
that's
good.
item number one. Very nice. Offering more flexibility with our park hopper ticket, giving guests the ability to begin crossing over earlier, starting at 11 a.m. beginning February 4th. So February 4th is when your park hopper ticket at Disneyland can start going from park to park, beginning
Mhm.
at 11. So it was in the afternoon. They pushed it back to 11 a.m. Where you can start doing that. So nice little perk there.
Love that.
This one's big, and this one's for the next year or so. We don't know how long exactly the 100-year celebration is going to last. Typically, Disney celebrations will kind of like the yearly thing, like the 50th anniversary for Disney World went from October 1st, but it didn't end October 1st of this year. It's going in through the end of April, through the end of March.
March.
31st. So, it could go, that kind of 16-month thing for the 100-year celebration. But one of the benefits, providing complimentary Disney PhotoPass digital downloads of attraction photos for all ticketed park guests.
That's amazing.
Beginning February 4th throughout the Disney 100-year celebration. So free PhotoPass for you guys when you are going to the parks. That's a pretty great perk.
Yes, it is.
Great perk. And then lastly for Disneyland, making Magic Key Passes available for sale more times during the year as inventory becomes available. So as people renew or don't renew, as again, the inventory updates, they will release those back to the public to be able to purchase more times than they have in the past year or so with the updates on the passes that you get for Magic Key.
Right.
So yeah, Disneyland. There you go.
It's very exciting.
Okay.
And I do want to say though, specifically with, we talked about pricing recently. We talked about, just value. We talked about park hopping and how the afternoon thing was stupid. Okay. Seeing that kind of phase a little bit of a change. Love it. But this Disney World update though.
Yep. So there are 3 big updates for Disney World guests. So Disney World Resort, beginning in the next few months. Again, no specific date just yet. Walt Disney World annual pass holders will be able to visit the theme parks after 2 p.m. without needing a park reservation. So if you want to go to a park in the morning, obviously you still need a reservation. But if you're this, I think really applies for locals or for pass holders who are maybe staying at the resorts for several days, and then they're on their off day or something, and they're like, you know what, I want to go walk around Epcot for a little bit. You don't have to have
a dining reservation opened up that you wanted.
You can go into that park after 2 p.m. without a park reservation.
Previously, just to clarify, you could not go to a park in the afternoon that you didn't have a reservation for if you hadn't gone to a park earlier and already scanned in. You couldn't literally go to a park, scan in, immediately walk out, and then you'd be good to go anywhere in the afternoon. It was a very strange process. So this is great. There are some restrictions on this one, though, specifically for Magic Kingdom.
Yes. So the rules are Saturdays and Sundays are excluded for this for Magic Kingdom. So Monday through Friday, Magic Kingdom, good to go. But if it's a Saturday and Sunday, you still need that park reservation to get in, regardless of time of day. Okay.
I love it.
So that's news number 1. 2. And again, we have talked a lot about Genie Plus. Is it worth it? Is it not? And I have always been kind of on the fence. I think it depends on how crowded it is. I think it depends on the park that you go to. I think it's worth it for Magic Kingdom. I think it's worth it for Hollywood Studios. Epcot and Animal Kingdom, yeah, man, we'll see. Again, it just depends on the day. But now they have added something of, I think, of pretty good value to a nice little perk for buying Genie Plus. So beginning in the next few months, again, no specific date yet, guests purchasing Disney Genie Plus service will also receive digital downloads of their Disney PhotoPass attraction photos taken in the park on the day of their purchase at no additional charge.
This is brilliant. What have we been saying? There has to be more value for having this system. There has to be something beyond, especially now that they have changed the price of Genie Plus depending on the day you go. So it's, oh my gosh, I love this. This should have been there from the beginning. It makes it so much more enticing. PhotoPass really does make a difference, especially those ride photos are so fun. I'm so happy that this is happening. We'll get into all the other stuff a little bit, but this is great. This is exactly what Genie Plus needed. It needed something to re-energize it.
Yep, I completely agree. So I think this kind of gives. I think it's pretty clear that Genie Plus is not going anywhere. They're making a lot of money off of it.
Yeah.
However, I was hoping for changes. I wasn't expecting changes that came from proven revenue streams for them. Does that make sense?
Yes.
So
Yes, it does.
I think the last thing that they announced today, at least to me, is the biggest thing. Now, wait, let's just get it out of the way. Okay, so the big news was they starting tonight, for people checking in tonight, January 10th, all parking fees for resorts, value resort, moderates, deluxes. So for value, it was $15 a night. For moderates, it was $20 a night. For deluxe, it was $25 per night. All of those are gone. We are returning back to complimentary parking at your resort stay. It should have always been this way. It had been that way for 48 years.
Oh my gosh.
It was a money grab. People hated it. People complained about it. And I don't blame them, because you're paying, in some instances, $600-$800 a night per room at some of the deluxe resorts, and you want to nickel and dime me and add an additional $100, $125, $150, depending on how long your stay is, at the end of my trip, once I'm about to walk out the door.
Yeah. Yep. And it was a differentiator. We kept saying when this happened, I'm sorry, this is a lame excuse. Everyone else does it. Why does Disney have to do it? Why can't Disney be different? Why can't Disney add more value, and comfort for their guests? Why did Disney have to charge for your car to sit on pavement that has been paid for? And as long as we're talking about there being no logic here, you don't pay for your first vehicle if you are at Fort Wilderness at a campsite. You pay for your vehicle if you're at Fort Wilderness at the cabin. It doesn't make any sense, because they're technically, I understand they're different resorts, whatever. There's the cap. It was dumb. Your car was already not at a parking spot. It was out of the way. It was just the weird thing where you felt, yes, money grab is a good way to describe it, Matt. That's exactly what it felt like. I am so excited for this, because we kept going back. They need to make more benefit for you staying on property. Every Marriott, every Hilton, every whatever in Orlando charges a parking fee. Now here's one other benefit of staying on Disney property, especially when you're driving. You don't have to pay to park at the parks. You don't have to pay to park at the hotel. It just makes sense. I'm so happy with this.
Now, do I think that they will raise the price per night by $20-$25? Probably. But
yeah, but they do that anyway.
I don't care that much, because it's hidden in the price of the room. Like, it,
you can factor it in ahead of time. Yeah, when you're ready to check out, and you get a call about, whatever at the front desk or something, you're right. You're at the end of your trip. You're not wanting to pay more money. You've
You're
already spent it.
you are ready to go. You're packed up, ready to go, and now your last memory of Disney is going to be giving them your credit card one more time to pay
Yeah,
for the parking that you did while you were there. So I am thrilled that this is gone. I think
me too.
this is a gesture of goodwill towards uh, the fan base and for
Yeah.
clients and for visitors of Disney World. So I think this will go a long way. I think this is just the start
Hmm.
to some big things, and because they said more things are coming.
Yeah.
But I think this is a great start. Today was a great day.
Yes. Well, listen to this towards the end of the article for these changes for Disney World. We've got all these updates are specific to Walt Disney World, blah, blah, blah. Please know we will be listening to you and adapting as we focus on making the guest experience even better for more people who visit us here, the most magical place on earth. That includes making planning easier for everyone. And then they go into recent changes like Disney Plus modifications, how you can change your selections easier, things like that. As we've shared before, we're also committed to providing a wide range of options to visit, special offers. We talked about that earlier. Then finally, we hope all these updates make your next visit more convenient and enjoyable so you can focus on making memories with your family, friends, and loved ones. We're grateful for fans like you and look forward to seeing you real soon. That just reeks culture change to me. I can feel it. I can feel them
I'm amped up.
understanding
Like it's
the stress. This is a huge sign of what is to come over the next couple of months. I think the pass reservation system may be phased out maybe before the end of the summer. I don't know. I'm just optimistic that they hear it. They know it has been cumbersome and such a burden just to go to the parks the last couple of years, and they're making changes. They're actually doing it.
yeah. I
Holy
think
crap.
culture shift is the accurate term for this. Uh, there's been a change, and I think the PR strategy is great. And there's been a lot of PR mishaps over the past
Yeah.
couple of years, and right now they are firing on all cylinders and all the right things. So this is a step in the right direction. I am legitimately excited again about the future of the Disney parks experience and the resort experience, because it just goes to show that they're listening to people.
Mhm.
They're they're looking at how they did things, and maybe this didn't work. This obviously didn't work. People didn't like it, and yeah, we were making money off of it, but we're going to backtrack and go back to what we had prior. And I think that's a testament to their commitment to the guest experience for the future.
Mhm. Agreed. And I think it's also an understanding that their competition is doing a lot of stuff, especially, in Orlando right now. So, Disney doing things to fire up the base is very important and it's working.
I think this is just the beginning. So
Wow. Who
exciting times.
knew? Who knew our
Kevin,
Festivus episode would just kidding.
Kevin brought up a good point. So the included photo pass is just for the attractions. Yes, that is
Yes.
correct. So Memory Maker is still in play for the various photo ops throughout the parks. So, um, but if you didn't have Photo Pass and you had Genie Plus, your ride photos, so Pirates, Splash. Oh wait, no, Splash Mountain's going away.
Hmm.
Never mind. Never mind.
Space
Sorry.
Mountain.
Too soon. Too soon. Haunted Mansion.
Oh, real quick, by the way, are you going to be able to ride that coming up here?
Splash.
Yeah, before it closes. Are you gonna go give it one more?
Probably not.
Okay.
Um, because here's the thing. I think again, not to get off on a splash tangent. I think what I enjoyed about the ride was the ride. Does that make
Mm.
sense?
What you enjoy about the log ride is the giant drop that it's famous for and not the plastic rabbits inside. Got it.
Yeah. I mean,
Relatable.
and that's not changing.
Yeah.
And I am legitimately excited for the content that they are going to be putting in.
Fair.
I think Princess and the Frog is long overdue for a major attraction in the Disney parks
I agree.
because I'm all about that music
Yes, and the beignets.
and the beignets.
No, it'll be great. I just didn't know if, to see how decrepit also that they've let it get.
Oh,
Might
they've
be
let it
worth
go.
writing it for that, yeah.
They've let it go. And that is historically what they have done when they are closing attractions. Guys, it's a plug for another podcast that's spectacular. The Disney Dish with Jim Hill and Lynn Testa. Jim Hill was he gave this story on the podcast. I think it was last week. He was the last person to leave the show building for World of Motion before it switched over to Test Track.
Mm-hmm.
And World of Motion, go watch, ride videos and stuff. There are lots of animatronics, lots of moving parts and stuff. Is Omni Mover type attraction, and they let it go so much, like it was just breaking down all the time. Well, he and this other guy, they didn't know each other, but they were like waiting and waiting and waiting outside the attraction. I'm going to be the last person to go on this. I'm going to be the last person to go. So they get on. They're the last people in. They close it behind them. They get on the ride, and the thing breaks down.
With like the two of them on it.
Yes. And they come out and they're said, guys, after the park closes, they're starting demo on this, and we're just not gonna call maintenance. So sorry. So they didn't really get to write it.
I actually like that story better than if it had worked out, because that is sure that's what Disney does.
Good stuff. But yeah, fantastic content on that podcast. Go check it out. Lots of fun stories. Anyway, well, I think that's all I
had.
That's all the big
Yeah.
That's all the big news for this week. And again, lots of big news. And there's a lot of details in there buried as well, especially if you are planning a trip. And that's what we're here for again. So contact Susie and I. You can email us. Our podcast email is ImagineEarsPodcast@gmail.com. And let us know what travel dates you would like to do, whether it's Disney World or Disneyland, if you're going to the parks, or even Disneyland Paris. We are working with some clients going to Disneyland Paris at the end of March of this year. So we can book those packages for you too. Alani out in Hawaii, Disney Cruise Line, and then Adventures by Disney. So the entire catalog of the Disney travel destinations space, but plus other things as well, all inclusives, other cruise lines, wherever you want to go, we can help you get there, and doesn't cost you a single thing. So email us, give us your itinerary, what you'd like to do, and we'll get you a no obligation quote. So yes, shout out to Jonathan Joseph, who's our Disneyland Paris client. So it's going to be a great trip. So, okay. Well, let's talk. Yep. Let's talk about where you can find us on the podcast platforms.
Where are
so if you've enjoyed listening to the show and you want to subscribe but haven't subscribed, you can find us on Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Spotify, Stitcher, wherever you like to listen to podcasts. You can find us by searching for the ImagineEars Disney Podcast. Leave us a 5-star review and leave us a review. So let us know what you love about the show. This is the best way for you to get the word out about the podcast. We sincerely appreciate that. And while you're there, you can see our entire back catalog of episodes as well, talking about a lot of Disney topics. So lots of fun episodes that we've had, over 200 of them now. So it's been a ride. We're coming up on year 5, 5th year anniversary in April.
I can't believe that. I really can't. That makes me emotional. This has been a lot. That's crazy.
Yep.
A lot has happened in 5 years.
Quite a ride.
It is. And
ride of a lifetime.
Yep. And we love what's that face?
Bob Iger. Never mind.
Haha. He's gonna have to have a volume 2. Just
Yes.
kidding. Yeah, I don't know. It's always good doing the show, having fun with you, having fun with our listeners, booking trips, doing the thing.
Yep.
It's been
And
good.
you know what? We haven't done a Discord movie in quite a while. I feel like we are long overdue for one.
Mm.
And we talked about this on the last Patreon trivia night that we had. So, shameless plug for our Patreon as well.
Uh-huh.
If you want to support the podcast for as little as $2 a month and have access to fun things like trivia night and our monthly giveaways and our occasional special video that we still need to record soon.
Mm.
I know Susie and I are very busy, but gotta squeeze it in there. But anyway, we do trivia every night. In the last trivia every month, in the last trivia we had, we talked about movies that we need to watch for our Discord movie nights. And since we haven't had a Discord movie in quite a while, Susie, are you free this Friday?
I think I might be if the movie is what I'm thinking it is, because our last trivia night had a very specific theme. And if it's anything within that genre, you know I'm going to be there.
Ladies and gentlemen, if you would like to find our Discord server, which you can find on our link tree on all of our social media platforms, Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter, our Discord link is there. And at 8 p.m. Eastern, we will press play all at the same time on Disney Plus, and then we will chat about the evening's entertainment, the movie of the night, and the movie of the night for this Friday. Long overdue. I don't know how we haven't done this in the past 3 years. Muppet Treasure Island. Brace yourselves, folks. It's going to be so great. The commentary is going to be so great.
Oh my gosh, that movie is so funny. I literally saw a meme. I literally today I sent it to my friend, and it said that the reason that oh my gosh, why am I blanking? Tim Curry is so good in Muppet Treasure Island is he acts himself like a Muppet. And the reason that Michael Caine is so good in Muppet Christmas Carol is because he treats the Muppets like like other actors, like they are humans. And I'm like, yes, those are probably the two best, minus, some of those original ones back with Jim Henson. Those are obviously iconic, but the format of having a star iconic human with a Muppet ensemble around them, those two movies cannot be beaten. And I would love to do Muppet Treasure Island this Friday.
Absolutely. So Muppet Treasure Island it is. Again, come join us on our Discord server. So, well, if we don't see you then, we'll see you on the next episode. So you guys take care. Have a wonderful rest of your week. And until the next episode, remember, friends, if you can dream it, you can do it. And I'm finding the video clip. There it is. Bye, everyone.
Bye.
There's really no secret about our approach. We keep moving forward, opening up new doors, doing new things, because we're curious. And curiosity keeps leading us down new paths. We're always exploring and experimenting.